Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are going to pick up where we left off last with the build of the Rogue One playset that was found by the modders. The additional Rogue One playset. We already did one on the Scarif build, which came out really well. Very happy with that. And this is, I don't even know what you'd refer to this as when it comes to the actual playset. As I go back to look. There's this whole spaceport docking thing that kind of goes on with this as well. And today, I think we're going to do first, and this was kind of my game plan coming in, is to make sure that I import the interior pieces that in looking back at the video, I'm not sure I really need them, but I'm going to bring them in anyway just because it'll add a little something. And I don't want to get too deep in the build because when you go to the interior box and bring in the ribbon, you're going to screw up all your path creators, which I've already got several around here, which is all around these areas here. If you remember back on the first part of this build, we brought these sidewalls in with the path creator. So they're going to get messed up here in a minute. That's just the way it works. But that'll be all, and it'll be pretty easy to fix. So before it gets any more complicated than that, yeah, a little rusty here. What am I looking for? The door is not in Creative Toys, even though it should be. There it is. Toy box door. Thank you. Appreciate that. Flickers like remote. Okay, now. Oh, yeah, that's right. Gotta grab the corners. Alright, where's the door? There's the door. Or you can just slide it like this. And. Nope. Nope. Go here. Properties. And we want to go destination. Import link. New toy box. That's what we want. New toy box. Interior. Doesn't need a name. Not going to be around long enough to need one. Oh, man, today was a really crappy day at work. I mean, like, the closest I came to walking out the door. And I mean, really, really close. And I thought, you know what? I need some Disney right now. That's what I need me some. Okay, so we're going to travel to level 2. We've been there before. Hope everybody's having a good day. And there we are. We're going to just come over here real quickly and get a couple of toys. We're going to take our button, put that there. Time to layer. Where are you? Timer. There you are. Time to lay. And you can get away with setting it for 2 seconds. Properties. But I'm going to set it for 3. It gives you that extra second, which makes all the difference in the world. Alright, we're going to push the button. And we're going to start the delay. And when the delay is completed, we are going to go back to the prior level. Pull up your ribbon. Ooh, almost completed. And that's why you get that extra second. It almost didn't respond in time. And now, as long as I don't grab anything from the interior, or from the main build here, then we'll be fine. And it looks like, as we go to our wand, wow, none of the path creators were screwed up. That doesn't happen often. Okay then, excellent. So we should now be on our interior, which we are. There we go. So what we are going to look for even though I don't really see it, I felt like I saw it on the first view of the video. Electronics and appliances, here we go. But in watching it back a few minutes before I went on stream, I don't see what I thought I saw. That said, it's going to be in mine because I like it. It looked cool. And it's much easier to put stuff up now, especially if it's going to be along walls and stuff like that, before you have the walls, and then you can build around them. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, I need that so much. Everything about that is perfect. So you see how that won't work? Well, it will work. All I have to do is put this here first, and then the wall. So I'm going to start by doing it here. Actually, that's going to be the fly path, right? So probably not the place to put it. But we'll put them over here instead. And it'll have to be a little higher. We'll move it down later. And I'm just going to put a bunch of these up and around. I may not use all of them. Then again, maybe I will. Time will tell. So they definitely have these blue glowing lights for sure. And I was going to originally use the rails, the sliding rails for that, but this is perfect. Perfect, I tell you. How many we got on one side there? So that's 1, 6. All right, we'll throw one more in there. All right, so that takes care of the upper portion. I'm going to have a few down here as well, I think. There's also a staggered wall effect that I'm looking to capture. So part of the wall will be out here, and then it'll kind of sink in a little bit. So for now, anyway, I'm going to put these out a little further, but lower to the ground. 2. And also, always remember when you're doing a build, when you use interior parts in a regular toy box, it's going to eat up more memory. It's not drastic, but depending on the size of your build, now this is going to be a relatively small build. Not like some of the monstrosities I've done before. This is not like a Harry Potter build or even the first Rogue One, which was a pretty decent sized playset when all the stuff that is in there you consider. This is going to be a little bit simpler, more of a exploratory and then just battling out some enemies kind of thing. I might do a TIE fighter battle and tie that into, I'm not sure, since it is a actual landing area, landing pad. And I'm going to try, because what they had found were 2 different assets and from 2 different portions of the playset. I'm going to try and tie them together into this one. So this will be like the interior of it, and then I'm going to try and make the outside tie into this from, obviously, the outside. Pretty ambitious project, I have to say. I couldn't even begin to tell you how long it's going to take to complete it. It's going to be a lot of work. Okay, so that should be enough of those. Let's see. And again, at this point in the build, it's alright to put a few extra things down. If you don't need them, you get rid of them later. But anything I think could tie in, and I'm kind of liking these hoses and stuff. I'm not thrilled with the ice part of it. But, all said, it's all good. So I'm going to put this up here for the moment. Throw one on this side as well. What else do we have here? Generator. Oh, is that blinking? Oh, it blinks. Well, if it's going to blink, then I got to keep a couple. Helps bring your play set to life a little bit when you have these little flickering lights. Drop a couple down here too. This would be really good for this area, I think. Or maybe, yeah. There's no way of centering it, or is it centered? Slightly off center. I don't like that. It just drives my OCD completely bonkers. So I'm going to go with this instead. There we go. And then we'll do it one more time over here. There we go. Now we got our blinking lights. More blinking. Spread it out a little bit so it's not all in one place. Come back upstairs again. Same logic here. And this stuff will all get moved around later on. I'm just kind of spacing it out so that I can build around it and then attach it. Power core. I think we'll pass on that one. Yeah, that could be cool. We could maybe even use that as a part of a challenge, like to make sure that the camera doesn't see you kind of thing. Again, put a couple extra in. If you don't need them, you delete them. But as you start building, you really don't want to go back to the interior ribbon. It just tends to mess with what you got going on. And again, I'm just going to stick these around this area. Just kind of wanting to use this, but now I'm not so sure how it's going to fit the theme. I'm going to pass. But here's where we're going to get into the stuff that I was actually here for in the first place. And again, this is all here for the moment, not necessarily for the duration. Find this game to be a little bit on the therapeutic side. You have a bad day, this helps take the edge off. Maybe not as good as a beer, but it's close. And I'm all out of beer, so I'm too tired to go to the store tonight. And we'll just keep on mixing them up and matching them up. This is the part, again, where I really thought I had seen some computer stuff in the build, and it turns out I was wrong. There wasn't. Now, there was a time once before I thought I was wrong, but it turns out I was mistaken, so. Alright, we'll throw maybe just a couple down here, not so much. Okay, and let's see if there's anything else we want to grab while we're here. Because now be the time. Alright, this can definitely be of use. Drop that right there. And we might be getting close to the end of anything I want to bring in from the interior at this point. I don't think there was anything else. Okay, that's it. So now the way we get rid of that ribbon and go back to our normal ribbon is just to grab anything inside, put it down. That's it. Now we're back to the normal ribbon rhythm, and we can go back to building. So each level gets more narrow than the one before. So realistically, the floor, or I should say the wall on this upstairs, is going to probably start about here. So a lot of that stuff's going to have to obviously be moved. And that'll probably be more either a dead space area on the outside of the building, that kind of thing. But I'll figure that out as we get moving along here a little bit more. Alright, let me bounce back to the original video for some reference material. So on one wall in particular, the back wall. Which one's the back wall? So we'll say it's the back wall. There is some hanging wires and ropes and stuff like that. And we're gonna see platforming, I think it would be under there. There's a one particular item, there it is, with those hoses and things that I'm talking about. Right there. And I'm going to try and incorporate that a little bit. Just like that. And we'll end up building the wall right around that. Got a hoist. I don't know. Let me see. I think it's in the city build. Looking for a hoist or something with a big hook on it. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. This program is flattery operated. Let's see. Hook or a hoist? Probably going to be in this construction stuff or something like that. Could be under set pieces too. It's a pretty big item. Oh, there it is. That's what I was thinking of anyway. How big is it? Well, it's not that bad. By the way, I've been doing a build on the PS2. Where am I going to put this now? Since we can actually play the PS2. Yeah, that would be pretty good, actually. And when that's done, we'll be doing, it's not really a share play. It's just invite your friends kind of thing. Nice to know that that's an option. Okay, let me grab that door and get that out of the way. That's the front there, so I think what I might do is turn this Or not. I can take all these little guys out and move them around if I wanted to. Which for now we'll just throw them there. And then by default, because it's an interior piece and we're no longer on the interior ribbon, it's going to default back to that toy dispenser there. That's what you get for playing around with it and making it do stuff it doesn't want to do. And let me guess, that's too big. Or is it? It is. All that for nothing. We're going to stick with what we originally had. But sometimes you don't know until you try. Okay. Got that. That's in there. This is going to be our entry point. Then the exterior here is going to be terrained up. Let me take a look back at this real quickly. Oh, I'm glad I grabbed all those little glowing blue things on the floor, because there's a bunch of that in there. More than I anticipated. In there. I think that is the Coruscant metal. Doubt that's going to be it, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, it is. Wow. Okay, so here we go, starting to move stuff around some more. Okay, clear that area up. And now, let's see. How's this working? I'm not sure, but I'm going to try it. Get us some triangle blocks now. Just like that. Perfect. The thing about this video that is a little tough to work with is the fact that it's very short in what capture they have. And it's very quick so far as the camera moving, and it's constantly turning around so you can see like all aspects of it. But even with a freeze frame, things can be a little blurry because it's so fast. I keep hoping in the other ones similar to this, they'll do another one later on, usually where the flyby is much more deliberate and gives you a much better look at the detail. But thus far that has not happened yet, so I'm going strictly off the very limited amount of video that I have to observe with. Alright, so I keep putting more down. This is the wall that should have all this stuff on it. Or no. Never you mind, I got my walls mixed up. Dadgummit. I mean, that's still okay, don't get me wrong, I can still work with that. But, this one is going to be slightly different in that it's going to be an entry point. So that'll work, and then we'll figure out the details here. I think in this case I'm just going to stick with it as a 1. Either way, we're going to go straight across with this to block out the light. And then how far out? 1, 2, 3. 1 in from the N1. And then this is 3. And that is just slightly off center. What do you say? What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the triangle on the 4th. 1, 2, 3. This is 4. There we go. That makes a much bigger door than I want, though. So what I'm going to do, bring it in here a little bit more. See if we're still centered or not. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is centered. The one above it is centered. Yay. Looking good. This is the back wall, and what I want to do is work on these guys here a little bit, because I feel like that's going to be a big part of the feel. So on this side, we're just going to go 1. Try the easy way first and see if it's going to cooperate. I'll be a little surprised if it does. And the easy way is go to our Creativity Toys, grab our trigger area. This does work pretty often with wood blocks. With wood blocks, it's very forgiving. Bring this up here. And if you don't know what I'm doing with the trigger area, a lot of times it will negate a collision effect with a wood block. Not a lot of other items. Matter of fact, I can't think of any others at the moment. But it definitely does work, and I've had a lot of success when it comes to making wood blocks merge without having to use the alternate, which is path creators, which they work perfectly fine and they're guaranteed to work. But it's a little time consuming that way. Let's see if we get lucky. Nope, no luck. No luck for you. We'll probably just put a path creator down the middle then and just feed everything off of that, and going to be a lot of moving around pieces, but I think the end result will be warranted. So let me get an idea before I get too deep in the woods here. Okay, where is that hose? Because that's really what I'm most interested in. And it looks like we should be good. All right, so let's go this route. Back to our Creativity Toys. And path creator. The music she has finished. And where do we want to go here? About there. And of course I got me a dud. Try it again. That happens from time to time. Want to make sure it's centered. There we go. And just click on there. And I'm going to come over to this one. Pretty much do the same. And one more time here. That's all we're going to need for that. Then we just come in and turn each of them off. Go to our properties, turn it off. Distro Boy, what's up? How are you doing? What are you doing? Properties again. Turn that off. Third time's the charm, right? Properties are off. Okay. So, and we don't need the yellow box because it served no purpose as it turns out. Now what I'm going to do is just put a few of these back here. 2, 3. I'm feeling like I'll be able to put the ones in the middle in, but let's just start with a few of these right up front. New path connection. Let the fun begin. There we go. And now we're going to have to just manually move this thing over. Properties, toy box path, horizontal, nope. Vertical, forward and backward. Thanks. I made it worse. 6. But it worked. Yay. Now we'll start to get the early idea how that's going to look. How just that little piece is going to edge out there, and hopefully the hose will still be in play where you can see it. New path creator. Now, a lot of times you would just say, okay, this is the middle one. Problem is, then the next one's going to be the middle one too when it first launches. Then you got to try and separate them out a little bit. So personally, I would move this one. I think I was right this time. I'm going to try 4. I think that's right. Let's find out. Now, in essence, this one should be fine. But, yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't look like it, does it? So why are we not? Oh, I know why. Because the platforms aren't necessarily lined up evenly, so not a problem. Yeah, properties. Oh, this one hasn't moved. Yeah, that's why. Sometimes if you mess around with it enough, you finally get it to let the camera stay where you need it. And it's a real pain in the butt when it doesn't work that way. Now, the good news is we're doing this when a lot of this is still wide open, so you can usually see through it, but that camera has a knack where it can really just put itself in the most inconvenient location. Here we are. So it turns out we're going to have to put another one on that path creator, so instead of 3 across, we'll have to go 4, but that's okay, not a problem. Meantime, let's just drop in and get our first idea of what that's going to look like. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what we're looking for. Just going to see the hose pretty much, and these little ledges are fine. They'll look good there. And that's how you get creative with the stuff. Liking it a lot right now. Okay, let's continue, shall we? Back to what I was saying a minute ago. When I put this in, it's going to be very difficult for me to ascertain which one is which. So I'm going to actually just move this guy here, I think. And this one should fit almost perfectly. Almost. Wrong button. Toy box path. Properties, toy box path again, and we want voila. And there's how it's going to look. One wall with a hose hanging off and hanging down. Now let's see if these will place below or if I'm going to have to use Path Creator for that as well. Yes, thank you. Bam. Now we'll have a much better picture of what it looks like. And keep in mind all these little blue guys are going to start going up on the walls as well. So for example, if I pull this out and place it here, take this one out and place it here. Actually, I can just get rid of that. You'll see why. Oh, really? It's going to be difficult. No, we can put it down here. That's fine. Let's see if this will cooperate. Probably not. Bring this up here. Not that much. That's right there on the wall. Like I said, this works fine. Only difference is you have to put this up first, and then the wall attaches to it. Kind of a backwards logic, but it does work, so I guess it is a logic of sorts. And we'll put that one there. The reason I've been deleting the other blocks is I only really need one. Then I can just boom, 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 boom. And now we see one completed segment. This is the way the rest of it's going to look when it's done. So we've got our high computer screen there. We've got the little blue glowing stuff going on down here. We have our hose attachment floating around up there. And this is where the X-Wings will be. I think this is going to come out pretty good. I'm liking this. If you have not seen the actual video that the mods released, and it's up on Infinitier Adventures YouTube channel. You can find it under the title of New Rogue One Playset Locations and Secrets Found in Disney Infinity 3.0. Big title, I know. But then you'll see what I am referring to when I build this, and you'll be able to say, oh my goodness, that actually does look a little bit like it. All right, let me... So one in from the end is here. And I got a collision issue to take care of with that. See how that blue one sits right up against the wall now? You have to attach the wall to the interior item instead of the item to the wall is all. Okay, then we are going to... Where am I at here? One in, and then the triangular... If I have this mapped out properly... That's what we're looking for. And again, we got the blue up there. We'll end up putting that up there. You can start to see what's going to be. Know what I mean? All right. I think I'm good for right now. I don't have a lot of time tonight, otherwise I would go longer, but I really had the itch to do a little Disney Infinity tonight, and now I've done that. So thank you all who do drop by and check out the video. Of course, hit that like button if you're into the Infinity builds. I know that's always my best watched video stuff, and fortunately I love doing it, so it's a win-win situation. In the meantime, you can also click that bell notification symbol. This way you know when I go live, because heck, I don't know until it happens. Nights like tonight where I was just like, as soon as I get home, I wanted to get on. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, then guess what? Then I can do notifications and stuff like that. But right now, on this channel, I don't have that yet. On my other channel, I'm good, but it is what it is. All right, you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Be safe, and I'll see you right back here on All Night Gaming ANG when we are back with some more Disney Infinity, and we are under construction. See you real soon.